for a second. Okay, so she has a video up, like an area where they're watching a
Yep.
video by Dr. Dan. Is it the
Yep.
17-minute video? Which one
Yes,
is
it
it?
is. Yes, it is. Absolutely. Yes, it
Wow.
is.
Wow.
Absolutely. So every
Okay,
single
so she
person,
has a video up, like an area where they're reverb. Okay, go ahead. One more time, Cindy. She has this 17-minute
she
video up.
And so pretty much people are walking in and then she sets them down. They have a clipboard. And on that clipboard is basically your application. And on there is all the different packages we have. But now they watch the Dr. Dan video because they're there to hear about the GLP-3 drops. And we haven't even got the whole list of, she shows the list of all of the benefits, which we have a benefit list and you all should have it. I've been posting it. Those are all real testimonials. And so they have the benefits. And so some people, it's not about weight loss. Some people, it's about inflammation. Some people, it's about sleep. Some people, it's about the fact that they've got elderly people, that are not mobile anymore. You guys, we can reach out into every caveat of disability that's out there right now with this one little drop, this little gold dropper that's literally going to change the face of the earth, literally. And by doing that, you guys, she was able to move so many thousands and thousands of dollars worth of products every single day. And we probably talk at least 4 to 5 times a day. Why? Because it's like, where do we place people? How do we get people? How many people are we going to help? Her mom went 3-star in less than 3 weeks.
That is
Okay. And her mom is 85 years old.
wow.
So
I
it doesn't matter the age, you guys. It just matters the fact that when people are ready and the product shows up, it will happen.
hmm Wow. Wow. I am so excited to hear this story, this testimonial, this win. And way to go, Debbie, and like your mom and everybody who was participating, because it just goes to show you just never know. Um, I mean, truly, how simple did she keep it? You guys, she's busy. She's running a brick and mortar, right? Like she's got stuff to do. And yet this is her way of saying, if I can just get people in front of the information, collect a decision right there on the spot, they're walking away with product. Are they walking away with product that day, or she's opening accounts for them?
They literally, you guys, she can only sell them one bottle at a time
Mhm.
because we can't keep the product in the store. So they walk away with a bottle. They may buy the 3-pack, the 9-pack, or the 15-pack. And then basically then it comes back to they pick it back up at the store and then she gets her bottle back because now she's either sold them a bottle or she's given them a bottle out of the inventory that they're now purchasing. It's an
Wow.
absolute round robin, round robin, round robin. And everybody wins because they're walking away. And the minute you put something in somebody's hand, their testimonies start that day, you guys. It starts that day. You can't, and the faster that stories come, the faster they tell everybody else to go to that store and buy that product. Hurry before they run out again.
hmm so she's creating FOMO. There's a sense of urgency. It's one bottle at a time. And she's able to just, yeah, this is so exciting to me. Like, thank you for sharing this. I could not be more thrilled with like the news of this. And congratulations again on the 3-star pro. If you guys have other questions about how she's doing it, please like send a private chat to Cindy to get some more details, because you guys, this product is changing the face of 3. This product is putting 3 on the map. I was just on Facebook the other day. I saw leaders that used to be that are really good, like influencers online, that are repping the GLP-3 right now. You guys, it is blowing my mind to see who is behind and who is saying yes to 3, and they should be on your team. If they're not on your team, whose team are they on? I mean, I'm happy for them. But if they're not on your team, like, you're not talking enough about what we have and the opportunity that we have with GLP-3 right now. So I want to kind of bounce around for a second and on the subject of recognition. And while I'm not sure if Bayat is going to share, maybe I have the wrong day. She's very scheduled, so maybe I have the wrong day for her to be on. But anyways, I just texted her back. But let's do some quick recognition for the entire team, and put your hands together for our new, well, 3-star pro. Cindy, congratulations to Debbie, right? It's Debbie?
Yeah.
Debbie. Okay. Debbie, come
Debbie
on.
Debbie Pollock, but she also broke another 3-star, and
Oh,
that's Haley B. So
ah,
yeah, they're coming in droves, you guys. Come on.
yeah, so exciting. Amazing. Okay, we also have Tana Crowell. She's a 3-star. Congratulations. We have Michelle Lawson. Woo! Michelle, 3-star, baby. Woo! Sorry, I love her. I love you, Michelle. Congratulations, you did it. Connect Wellness, you guys, amazing. A 2-star. Okay, Key Cairo, 2-star. Christy Lang. Yes, Christy, 2-star. Let's go. Katie Peterson, amazing. Michonne, let me see. Oh my gosh, we have 1,000,001 new brand ambassadors as well. Oh, qualified. Let's do our qualified. Hold on. We have Michonne Backey. Congrats. Michelle Bertrand. Woo. Mountain Sky. Congrats. Jesse M.R. Cantel. Amazing. Yvette Smith. Carolina Rosario. Yes, Carolina Rosario. Bobby Tarantino. Woo. Let's go. Okay, we've got Grace Nataro. Albert SCC. Pojo Wellness. That's amazing, you guys. EJ Edwards 73. Balance oneself. Oh my gosh. Okay. Here we go into brand ambassadors. That's new brand ambassadors. We're going to stop at QBA, but holy cow, you guys, the list goes on and on, at least on my list. And that's so exciting. Does anyone else have any 3-star or qualified brand ambassador and above recognition that they'd like to share for their team? Yay, Haley Bamsberger. Congratulations. Does anyone else have any? Hopefully I didn't miss somebody from your team. If I did, let me know now. No? Okay. I just want to say, like, you guys, the momentum is real, right? And that's one thing that's so exciting. I really, truly just am thrilled. Okay, so I am not gonna, I want Beata to be on to share her testimonial. And she is, let me see her, if she's here still, let me check my phone real quick. Just want to double check that I'm not the crazy one. Oh, she's on a coaching Zoom. Oh, okay. Sorry. She'll be on Thursday. So Thursday, she'd like to share a story. She did this great. You guys ever heard of that Hume Body Pod? It is it's a scale that you can buy that, like, it sends like a small electronic current through your body, and it tracks like your blood sugar. I mean, not your blood sugar. Sorry, it tracks your lean muscle mass, your visceral fat, your overall, body fat, like your overall. It's just it like gives you so many details. So, anyways, she tracked all this because she thought that she was plateauing. And what happened is she was actually holding on to lean muscle mass. And anyway, so it's a really great story to hear, because has anyone so far had somebody who said, "Oh, I haven't seen results yet on the GLP-3"? Anybody? Or
Yeah.
yeah, okay, what did they say?
My people are saying they're not losing any weight, even though, so I'm having them go on Purify. So I don't know what else we can do to help them, you know, have some results.
And so can you tell me a little bit about, like, a little bit more? This is actually good. So tell me real quickly, what are they're saying they're not having any weight loss results, and they've weighed themselves, measured themselves, and there's not been anything that's budged, and like they're using the product consistently?
Yes. One of them is Joni at the Maids Quarter. And she sees me losing weight. She doesn't goes, I don't understand why I'm not. And
Mm.
and I see her eat. She eats like a bird.
Yeah. So, but does she drink? Is she on medications? I know this is kind of crazy. Drinking alcohol doesn't help while you're on the GLP-3 because it continues to spike blood sugar levels. Also, and I know it shouldn't. I know we shouldn't I don't want to get too product oriented here. Okay. But what I do want to say is that what happens is a lot of times people expect like a really big result, and they still have habits that are affecting their blood sugar, their insulin. So if alcohol is still being consumed, they may want to refrain or restrain from drinking any alcohol for a week while they're on the product, and then continue to use the GLP. The other thing I've noticed is that sometimes it depends on the time of day that they're taking it. Everybody's body's a little bit different. If they have the ability to track blood sugar in any way, shape, or form, whenever they normally would have a spike, that's when they want to take it 30 minutes before that. Usually that's why Dr. Dan says try to take it 30 minutes before a meal, because he knows you're going to have a spike at the meal. And so he wants you to be prepared, so it can help manage that. At the same time, it's helping to curb appetite. Okay, so I would recommend that. Anyone else? Okay, we've got some hands up. Go ahead, Janine. And then Becky after that. Go ahead, Janine.
Mute. Okay. Yes, I had a person just recently. Let's see. I think she's been on it for 3 weeks now, and um initially she was on it for I think 4 or 5 days, and she didn't lose anything. So I suggested the Purify, which she
Mhm.
did, and then still felt she wasn't losing. So I said, well, why don't you try taking your measurements? Because, sometimes you lose in your measurements. She said, no, her clothes feel the same. And then I asked her to increase the dosage. So she did that. But then she said she was not feeling good and she didn't want to continue on it. So I reached out to Frida, and we went through a series of questions with her, but it just seems like she doesn't. I don't know if her expectations are unrealistic or what she was expecting, but I told her, my results were different because I'm a different person. I'm starting at a different point. I said, I take all the products, so my body's at a different level. And so now she is just kind of giving up. She just doesn't want to continue with it. So I'm a little disappointed, but she
Mhm.
doesn't seem to be able to adjust to it. And I don't think she's giving it enough time because I told her, I said,
Yet.
try to use all 3 bottles before you make a decision. So,
Yes. Yes. And you guys, everybody's body is different. And coming from a personal training and a wellness coaching background, everybody takes the time that they take. And she will see a result in some way. This is why we really need to make sure that we're pushing a before or after photo, that we're having them track. They're standing on a scale. Most people don't want to do it. They may even lie to you and be like, oh, yeah, I weighed myself. I did it. I did. Like say, send me a screenshot or something. I want to help you be accountable on this product, because they don't see it. Because they don't see it happening right away, they automatically slow back on usage of the product and or slip back into old habits.
and
Because
that's why, Adrian,
yeah.
I
Mhm.
started a users group in my community. At those people that are on they come on Thursday nights. We do a weigh in, we take measurements, and we talk about their progress. So
Yeah. Well,
that's helpful.
good. And just remember that the majority of the people that they're dealing with insulin resistance. Like we have so much sugar in our food and we eat a ton more carbs than we realize. And so being able to pull back in that way too. Did everybody get that guide that Amy Lafitte, who's a new 3-star elite, she came out with this guide, you guys, and I believe I put it in I believe that I put it in the WhatsApp. So you'd find it up in docs and links, but it gives them a guide for how to use the product. We are now getting into a phase where no, none of you should be a coach. If you're not a health coach, don't act like one. Use those tools and send it to them. I'll make sure that you guys, that those are in there if they're not already. But Janine, thanks for sharing that. Thanks for doing some coaching. I don't want you to get too deep into coaching on the product, but I think if you have the right tools to share, that would be best. Okay, go ahead, Becky.
Well, mine's kind of what other people have said. So it's my
Okay.
husband, and he's been on the product for 3 weeks, or I should say almost 3 weeks, and he's down only 3 pounds. But if you talk to him, he's sleeping better, he looks better, and he's down 2 belt sizes. So kind of just getting with what
Wow.
you're saying on don't fixate on the pounds.
Yeah. Yeah. Don't fixate, like track an initial and then help them get into the habit of taking the product. Now, I have a girlfriend who had gastric bypass. Okay. She's got no very tiny little stomach, right? She first started losing some additional weight. Like she still had to get through a plateau, even though she has a tiny stomach. She's a tiny woman. She's not that large anymore, right? So that's the whole purpose of why she went and did that. But she's using this to try to help stabilize her blood sugar level through the day. The 2/3 twice a day was too much for her. It wasn't what she needed. So she pulled back and started doing a quarter dropper full 4 times through the day. And that was something that was really helping her stabilize blood sugar. So she wasn't going to have to catch herself to sugar. Okay. So just remember, now that's a different situation. She's technically, because of that procedure, she's treating herself like a type 2 diabetic because she's having blood pressure and blood insulin issues after the procedure. So if you run into people who've had that, the 2/3 might be too much and they need to pace it through through the day. Okay, now we're getting deep, guys. I promise I have a whole thing prepared on belief and around GLP-3, but let's still answer one more question. Go ahead, Mia, go ahead.
Okay. So yes, I had the gastric bypass. I lost 100 pounds, and I haven't been losing so much. It's been fluctuating a lot. But my mom says I'm the incredible shrinking woman. So I don't know. But I mean I do see it. I do see the inches coming off. Um, but I have another friend who also had gastric bypass. And so I asked GTP, like, why would I be, like, where is the receptor? Like, is there something that you can do to enliven the receptor? Because I know when CBD first came out, a lot of people were using it for different reasons. And um, it took a long time for some people were great. They just like automatically had the results. But it took a little while for that receptor to come alive again. It's kind of crusty or something. And I think everybody should listen to the Holly DeMont, Alicia Crevinger video that just came out, because Dr. Alicia like explains it, and you can really understand a lot from that. And she gives you like diagrams and things like that. She calls it a green pepper. Um, it looks like a green pepper where the receptor is, and she explains how that works. So I really want to tell everybody to watch that.
Thank you, Mia.
And
Yeah, so
send it
that
out.
would be
Yeah.
a good secondary. So if somebody's struggling, maybe send them that video. Is that what you're saying, Mia?
Yeah, for
Okay.
sure. I think it's a great one because it's got all the products. And the thing that people aren't talking about as much, I've seen Alex talk about it, I've seen Dr. Goobler talk about it, is that the Vitalite makes your gene expression go up by 263%. And if you take the Revive, with both of those, it goes up to 600%
Mhm.
for the gene expression.
Yeah.
So that mixes with your receptor and you get a better result. So that's
Beautiful.
really important, and it's going to sell more products, of course. And that's how I've been doing it.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Amazing. Okay. Thank you for sharing that, Mia. I really
Mhm.
appreciate it. Okay, go
Mhm.
ahead. I think it was Michelle. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say I've got one of those scales that you were talking about, and I went up 0.8. And like a first year, like, oh my goodness, but when I looked at all the graphs, my fat is down, my visceral fat is down, but my muscle mass is up. And also it shows that my water's up for some reason too. So that's why it fluctuates. And I'm down 2 inches around my waist and an inch around my hips. So I'm not complaining.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is, it's doing so much more than just weight loss, you guys. It's wild. The other thing I would say to help activate too, maybe have a quicker result, is be using the Vitalite along with the Purify at night. So I personally like to take Purify at night before I go to bed, because I feel like it helps just with my day the next morning. Everything flows better. But at the same time, it helps get rid of some of that excess water weight you may be holding on to because of the dandelion root and the milk thistle and all of that. So that's something too that can help. And then having the Vitalite once or twice a day, even, you can have Vitalite 2 times a day. Is it necessary? Not for everybody, but you can do it twice a day. That also helps that peptide adhere to the receptor site. So, and it helps with satiety and everything else. So it's amazing. Gladys, I'm glad to hear that you said that for your type 2 diabetics, you're having them pace the dosages through the day for best results. Astrid, thank you so much for posting Dr. Alicia's video in the chat. I'm super pumped about it. We'll get that added. We'll get that added to what was I going to say, to the team website.
Adrian?
Put that in there. Okay, sorry, I had to paste that.
Adrian.
And then BJ, go ahead, BJ. I see we have one more. Go ahead, BJ. BJ, you have your hand raised.
Hello. Good
Hi.
morning.
Good
Welcome
morning.
home.
Thank you.
Where's your tan? Where's your tan?
Oh my gosh, it's underneath. It's cold here in Austin, but I got a little bit of a tan. So yeah, so it was a great trip.
Well,
Go ahead.
I want to share from the point of view of a type 2 diabetic that's taking maximum 2,000 milligrams of metformin a day.
Whoa.
I know that's the max you can take, and I've been on it for a while because I absolutely refuse to do shots. I just can't stand it. And so when I first started the metformin, I I would just I just get up in the morning, have a cup of coffee, and go to work.
Yeah.
But when I started the metformin, I couldn't do that anymore. I would start to shake like a leaf because I didn't eat, you
Mhm.
know? And so I started to eat because I was afraid of that crash. And it got into my head. And it was like, oh my gosh, I have to eat. I have to eat. I have to eat. So I'm 18 pounds down and I feel a lot of the shifting because I used to exercise a lot and I used to lift and climb and all that. And so I'm feeling strong, but the other thing is that I'm finding that when I start feeling just a tad hungry throughout the day, um, I have to make myself eat at least half a cup of like cottage cheese or something, in the morning. But I'm finding that if I get a little bit hungry in the middle of the day, if I just put those drops in there, that
Mhm.
goes away, that hunger feeling. And it really is, it's so amazingly helpful. And all the other side effects, I mean, Adrian, I haven't slept a whole night in
Mhm.
years, a
Wow.
whole night. And now I am sleeping the whole night. Sometimes I
Wow.
have to get up because of the potty clock, but
Yeah.
it's just I'm so grateful. It has changed my freaking life. It's like all of a sudden I went from having a freaking life to having a happy and a great life. And I'm so grateful to Dr. Dan and Daniel for doing this. And I'm so grateful for you and George just getting up every single day on this and helping all of us who have been searching for a solution or have been helpless, hopeless, and all that. I mean, thank God for you guys. I so appreciate you.
Oh. Well, thank God for you, BJ. I'm so glad you're having a great result and a great experience. Honestly, these testimonials, you guys, you want to put them in your pocket and use them as tools today. When you go out and you start sharing the business, the reason I wanted to start with some testimonials is so you can use those as tools to go out and be able to connect and present and follow up and be like, hey, I just heard this great story about BJ, and she's mitigating a lot of her food noise, right? Through using this product, and she's sleeping better at night. Yeah. And she's losing pounds and inches, but more than that, more importantly, can you imagine getting a good night's sleep? Do you know how many people struggle with sleep? I do. I was joking the other day. I'm like, I don't think I've really had a good night's sleep since 2005. That's when I had my kids, before I had my twin daughters. Anybody, I know women, you can relate, right? Like, I haven't slept since I had children, before my kids is when I actually slept through the night. So you guys, it's exciting to be able to share these stories with others. And BJ, that's a phenomenal result. So yes, I too am sleeping better on this product. Yes, I will say that when I first started, by the way, I remember I told you in the very beginning, right? I also got a little shaky when I was on the product too. And you are doing an exchange. Your body's learning, instead of burning sugar, to burn fat, and it can feel like that a little bit. So if you have somebody who's scared or terrified that they're having a little bit of an elevated heart rate or anything like that, here's the deal. When you have that, what you're doing, you are doing an energy exchange within your body. At the same time, what you're doing is you're borderline. This product's not going to give a niacin flush because of the way that it's formulated, but you might have feelings like that where you have a little bit of an elevated heart rate. You need to drink a lot more water. So when they feel that, have them drink a lot more water. Make sure they're not combining it with that they're, being careful of whatever medications that they're on, but that they're monitoring that. So if somebody really truly feels lightheaded or anything like that, they need to take a break, sit down. It could be during exercise. That could be something that can happen as well. So make sure that they're taking a break and drinking a lot of water. Okay. And to slow down sometimes too, because the product is doing a lot of work. It is doing a lot of work for us that we might not normally do on our own, right? So that's what's so beautiful about this too. Bonnie's put in there before GLP-3, she was waking up every hour and a half to 2 hours. Now she's sleeping 3 to 4 hours. Yes, Bonnie, that's amazing result. You guys, you should be going in this chat thread and going and copying and pasting all of this, right? Copy, paste, put it somewhere. Okay. So, or going back to the recording or just remembering, because that's, just remember. A lot of times too, people are like, can you repeat that? I'm like, your brain heard it. Whatever you pulled out, that's what you want to share back, right? Whatever stood out to you, that's what you want to share with other people today. Alrighty, so I'm going to dive in. Today, I want to talk a little bit about belief in yourself and how that can help play into building a big 3 business, building a good GLP-3 base. Okay, so for those of you guys who I said before, don't miss this wave of wealth. Like, you're already in it. Have you shared with at least 2 to 10 people what you're doing? Have you done a social media post? Are you consistent in any way, shape, or form in sharing this? Because listen, building something big always starts the same way. Before the rank, before the income, sometimes even before you have product results, starts with belief. It starts with belief in yourself. It starts with belief in the timing of this. Some of you guys are going to sit back and in 6 months from now be like, why didn't I take better action? Why wasn't I more consistent? Why did I not stop caring about what people thought and just went for it? Okay. And it also has to do with belief in what you're holding in your hands. Do you believe that GLP-3 works, or is it just another product? I don't believe it's just another product. You guys just heard. That's why I wanted to start with testimonials. It's an opportunity to change lives at scale. At scale. How are you scaling this? Are you excited to just enroll 1 person or 2 person? Right now, my business, the way that I'm doing this, I'm recruiting 2 to 4 people plus per day by sending that social media responses and doing lives. That's it. Don't go to work to overcomplicate this. People are actively looking for solutions right now for their health, their confidence, and their future. All right, what are they actively looking for? 3 things that people are looking for: their health, their confidence. Who wants body confidence? I do. Okay, I do. Who wants to change their future? I do. Do you? Do you know people that do? Of course you do. Of course you do. Okay. So listen, 3 gives us this vehicle. 3 gives us this vehicle. 3 is a vehicle to get you where you want to go. It is not the end all be all. 3 is not your goal. Okay. 3 is already done. It's how is 3 being moved? It's how do you know, in other words, that at the end of the day, and I hope this lands, you don't have to be perfect at this, and you don't have to know everything. You just have to show up, share a story. Doesn't even have to be your personal story. It could be any of the stories that you heard today, and you're going to go out there and you're going to help people. If you took Bonnie Severn's snippet and you went and sat on a Facebook Live for 30 seconds today and said, I've got this new product I'm super excited about. It's crazy. Yes, it's supposed to help with weight loss and all these other things, but can you believe it's helping people sleep at night? DM me if you want more details, or comment GLP below if you'd like me to send you some additional information, and then send them the social media response. All right. So I'm telling you how to build this business, like, very simply, because you guys, big organizations, they're not built just by one superstar. Cindy Maddox didn't get to 4-star because she was the only superstar in her team. She's sharing with you how a woman earlier today who owns a brick and mortar is sitting people in front of a 17-minute Dr. Dan video and asking them if they want 3, 5, or 9 bottles. She has superstars underneath her. They're built by ordinary people who decided to believe before they saw proof. I just did a call the other day with somebody, brand new in the business. She's had network marketing experience and she's waiting to get her story. I'm like, okay. How successful were you in your last network marketing business? Because I can tell you, and this isn't to be a total rude or to be a dig, but she probably didn't make as much money as she says she did. Why? Ask me how I know. If you're waiting for your own personal story, you're not a network marketer. Network marketers find stories and they share them. It doesn't have to be their story. They see the opportunity for growth. They see the opportunity for business. They know the product works. They know it's not on trial. They're not going to wait. So don't wait. You're plugged in. So plug your team in. Share with people every single day. Watch momentum compound. We are in a compounding compensation plan. I know that was kind of fun for me to say. Your results, the results that you share with others, you guys, that compounds your financial success faster than trying to have a personal story. You're gonna get it. Something's gonna happen. But if you wait for it, you're holding yourself back from financial success. You're holding yourself back from momentum in your organization. Okay, and you're holding other people back. Do not be selfless. Do not be selfish. If you just heard these stories today, go out and share them. Share them with 10 people today. Do not hold back on this. Okay, this isn't the time or the moment or the year to be holding back. It's not the month. We're moving into March now. This is your last week of February. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do with the time that you've been given? Every single day you wake up, you've been given the gift. You're alive. You're not sitting on your deathbed. Somebody is, unfortunately. Probably having regrets about what they could have done differently or quicker or faster. Or had they taken the action steps necessary to take control of their health 6 months ago. 6 months of pure dedication can change the trajectory of your health. It can prevent a heart attack. It can prevent a lot of stuff. Do not slack on your personal goals. Do not slack on taking care of yourself. If you do not take care of yourself, you can't take care of anybody else. This is not a feel-good concept. This is truth. Comment truth if you believe that that's true. It's true. So you guys, help 2 to 3 people win today and watch momentum compound in your business. Help 2 to 3 people see the value of building their own business online. In this day and age, in this economy, you guys, you've got to. You've got to. People don't know when they're going to be able to retire right now. They have an idea. But with the concept of what's happening here, we got all sorts. I'm not going to get political. You don't know. All you do know is the action that you can take today. Are you with me? What you do and what you don't do is huge. Take control of your situation. Take control of your outcome. Take control of the future. Don't just say, oh, today I'm going to take some GLP-3 and I'm also going to, have a bunch of cake. Get a grip on reality, my friend. Do you want to see results or not? It's either a yes or no. I'm sorry, I'm being very black and white today. It's either a yes or no. I want to see results or I want to stay the same. I want to share with 2 to 3 people today, or I don't want to move my business. I'd like to wait. I'd like to wait for a paycheck. What are you thinking? While you're doing that, some lady just hit 3-star pro while you're waiting. Okay, this is your wake-up call this is your Monday morning wake-up call. I'm saying this to all of you because you have clarity. Stop waiting for clarity. I say this all the time. Yes, where there's clarity, there's confidence, but every single one of you on this call, you have clarity. Okay? Don't say that you don't. There are 62 of you on this call that you have clarity and you're still holding back. You don't have to know it all. There's a tool, there's a video, there's a resource. Okay? You see how passionate I am right now, but I'm really, wow, I'm excited. This is what a 3-day break will do for me. The whole time I was on that 3 days, do you know how hard it is for me to relax? It's so hard. First of all, I don't know how to relax. That was made abundantly clear to me. But you know what? I don't care. And the reason why is here's why. I got this thing called GLP-3 in my pocket. I had to do a Facebook Live while I was on vacation. I had to, that Facebook Live recruited 6 people. That one Facebook Live recruited 6 people. So why would I'd like my vacation to, well, my vacation was already paid for, but I'd like, that was a gift. I'd like your next vacation to be paid for. All right. I'd like you to not have to worry about having more month left at the end of the month. Right? I'd like you to think that every action step that you take on sharing GLP-3 is going to change your financial future, because I know that it is. Borrow my belief. If you don't have belief in yourself yet, if you don't have belief in the product or the company or whatever, you guys, you need to borrow somebody else's belief. Borrow my clarity, borrow my confidence, borrow your upline leader's clarity and confidence. Because when you believe in yourself long enough, you don't just build income, you build a legacy. You build a legacy. Let me tell you a quick story. I did it once a month. My family and I would do a big FaceTime call with all my siblings and my mom and dad and everybody, right? You guys don't know this, but my dad is a truck driver. He's been a long haul truck driver for as long as I can remember. I didn't really see my dad growing up very much, okay? So it's kind of sad. But he had 5 kids, okay? And he's not building a legacy for himself, right? He's not retired. He's 68 years old. He'll work until he expires. Are you with me? Okay. And I personally thank him every day for his work ethic. He woke up every day. He'd call us in the morning. I'm up, I'm driving, I'm out. Are you with me? I learned how to work. I had 3 jobs when I was 16. I learned how to work. So he taught me good work ethic. If you don't show up, you don't get paid. That's what he would say to me. Show up and show out. That's what he used to say to me. But I sat on that call and I realized something. My dad is not a millionaire. Never will be. He doesn't even know what that would look like or feel like. Okay. But he sat back and he looked at his kids, and his kids have had success through his example of being a hard worker. And he sat and he shared a story on that call with all of his 5 kids. And I can tell you what, that is the legacy he left behind. That is the only legacy he'll leave behind, is that he was able to teach his kids how to be really hard workers. What are you teaching your family about life? Do you wake up every day and say, I'm going to go out and change somebody's life today because I have the ability to? He doesn't have the ability to. Truck driving isn't going to change somebody's life. 3 International will. GLP-3 can. Teaching somebody how to fish versus throwing them a fish is what you have in your hands every single time you plug a teammate in to this call. We have qualified leaders that wake up every single day dedicated to share with you how they're creating success. All you need to do is plug in. That's how you build a legacy. So I have a challenge for you today, and I think you can do it. All right. I want you to reach out to at least 10 people today. I didn't say 2. I said 10. 10. And I want you to share your excitement about what we're doing here at 3. I want you to share why GLP-3 is changing people's lives. And I want you to help plug those people into our next Zoom event. Tomorrow, we have Nicole Barone's team doing 3opp.com, right? Every single night, 7 p.m. Central. It's 8 Eastern, 7 Central, 6 Mountains, 5 Pacific. Plug those 10 people. Invite them to take a look. You don't have to wait for the call. Let that be a secondary. You can send them information on GLP. You can send them a Dr. Alicia video. I don't care how you do it, but we've got to start building this even bigger together. Remember how I said at the beginning of this year, I said we did 200 million globally. It's time to do 200 million in the North America market. Why? I'm looking for the next phase of stability for you and your income in 3. And I need you. Yes, I use the word need. I need you to go out and put on the brand ambassador hat that I know you already have on today. I need you to go out and share this with 10 people, not 2, 10. Share with them what we have. Share with them how it can change their life. Go one layer deeper, peel the onion back. Talk about the money. Talk about being able to earn income sharing GLP-3. Talk about that you're looking for people to fill your board of directors. Okay. If you've accepted the challenge, put I accept. You don't have to. I'm not forcing you. This is your own business. You have autonomy. But you can put that in the chat. Caroline already did. Will do. She accepts the challenge and she's in Hawaii with her mom. Okay. She doesn't have to work if she doesn't want to either. Okay. She's doing it because she's accepted the challenge. Woo! Cindy, Janet, Craig. All right, you guys. Seriously, I know we're over time, but we heard a lot of great stories today. This is your Monday morning wake up call. It's not just your Monday morning motivation. All right, except I'm on it. Yeah, 10 people, 10 text messages, 10 whatevers, 10 Facebook messengers, 10 whatever. Thank you, Haley. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Tony. Thank you for doing this. I am thanking you for doing this, doing it in advance, accepting the challenge in advance, getting out there and building a big business, not because maybe you have to, but because we're on a mission, because we're building a legacy together. None of you is a truck driver. Well, I don't know if you are or not, but none of you is a truck driver. Okay. So I want you to put on the hat of 3 and go share what we have, the full story of what we have. All right. Okay. And George, thank you for sharing the Saturday app training. Thank you for doing that app training. And you guys, you have everything you need. Okay. If nobody's told you that they love you yet today, I want you to know you are loved. This is why I get so passionate, because every single one of you, I see you. I see you. And I know what you're doing, and I know you're going out there, and every single day you want to make a big difference in the world. You want people to come back and say, because of you, I was able to change my health. Because of you sharing this with me, I was able to share it with others and change my financial trajectory. That is what we do every single day. We're hope brokers. Go be a broker of hope. You are loved. Go love on some other people. Thank you for being here. We'll see you on tomorrow night's op. We'll see you on whatever's next. Tomorrow, Tuesday morning, we're going to be talking about, oh shoot, I think it's scripts. I can't remember, but you guys getting out there and doing that. I'm just excited. All right, my friends, have a beautiful day. We'll see you later.
Thank you.
I'll see you on a Zoom soon. Okay, bye everyone. Bye-bye.